Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give whatever honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, I can get something from this video. I'm going to try this again, man. Salaki, I keep getting calls and getting interrupted every time I try to do the video, but that's nothing but Satan, man. But we're gonna get this one out the way, Lord willing, and the Lord willing it's edifying. So basically I'm gonna read Numbers 24. I did a video on Numbers as far as, you know, how the Moabite king was trying to curse Israel but wasn't able to be successful with it, you know. But you know, while I was reading the story, I ran across, 14 down through 18, really down to 20, the things that I got highlighted, that is proven over and over and over again what we're saying. Okay. The reason why, one of the reasons why the leaders of this world that we're in now, they tried to take away biblical names is because it makes it hard for them to be identified. Like if you understood, who Esau was, and that you were calling Esau, or you were calling, Edom, if you were calling Esau by their name, you wouldn't have the same respect. If you were calling the so-called white man by his biblical name and you understood what's going to happen to his people, you wouldn't have the same respect, or you wouldn't have the fear that you have, for those people, man. You wouldn't look at them as anything special. You would look at them as the dirt that they are, man. Okay? Because scriptures prophesy about the downfall of the so-called white man, which is biblically known as Esau. Okay? Now, not everybody who looks white is white. Okay? You got brothers who are confusion of face, that look like these other nations, because one of the curses is that we were spread across the four corners of the earth. So if we're spread across the four corners of the earth, nobody procreate like Jake, man. So if you having babies with these heathen women, you're gonna have heathen looking children, man. If you're having babies with heathen women. Okay. For example, right? You go to China, right? You have a kid with a Moabite girl. Okay. It's a boy. He has a kid with a Moabite girl, right? That's a boy. Okay. That boy has a kid with a Moabite girl, or maybe an Ammonite, So that baby eventually look like other nations, but the spirit go back to being an Israelite, man. Okay. But when you read into this story, it's significant, right? And I laughed kind of when I got to this part, because it proves, what's going to happen during the latter times. And this is a heathen king that said that, man. So they knew it, right? They knew it. And you know what? The so-called kings of this world, the elites of this world, know it as well. You can read that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, man. Okay? So this is Numbers 24, and I'll start at 14. It says, and now, behold, I go unto my people, come, therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. Okay? Because he was trying to get Balaam, right, to put a curse on Israel. Matter of fact, I'll start up at 24. It says, and I did a video on this. My brothers want to go back to the video. I kind of get a little bit more into it, but I'm gonna skim through it. This is Numbers 24:10. It says, and Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times. Because when he went to try to go curse Israel, right, he couldn't. You know what I mean? He couldn't. So he actually blessed them. You know what I mean? And Balak was mad about that, because he said, I sent you to go curse my enemies. And that goes to show you that, hey, they know that we're enemies, man. This is why you're always going to have problems with the heathen nations, no matter what. They don't give a fuck about Jake, man. They don't care, and it's deep rooted in their spirit to not give a fuck about Jake. They're just not. So don't look for security. Don't look for any care from these fucking heathen nations, man. And don't look for sympathy and mercy. Don't have sympathy and mercy upon these heathen nations. Okay, now you got brothers that look like these people, but you could identify them, man. Just with the spirit, man, and the things that they talk about. You know what I mean? But, ultimately the Lord knows who is who. So we just trust on the Lord on that, man. Okay? It says, therefore now flee thou to thy place. I thought to promote thee unto great honor, but lo, the Lord Yahweh hath kept thee back from honor. Okay, so you see what he's saying, right? So I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and Balaam said unto Balak, spake I not also to thy messengers which thou sentest unto me, saying, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Lord Yahweh to do either good or bad of mine own mind. But what the Lord Yahweh saith, that will I speak. It says, and now, behold, I go unto my people, come therefore, and I will advertise thee that what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. So he's telling them, hey, look, this is what's going to happen to not just them, but to Esau and really the other nations as well. Okay. It says, and he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, has said, and the man whose eyes are open he has said, which heard the words of the Most High, and he knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and that star is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And you can link that up with Isaiah, the 63rd chapter. It says, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Okay? So look, that goes to show you, right? That goes to show you that they know. Okay? They know Yahweh Shai is coming back, man. Right? And when he comes back, they know the damage that he's going to do to these other nations. We know it. Okay? That's why we prophesy. So you niggas who want to, get on board with the heathen and join hand with the heathen, man, you're going to be destroyed right with them. Okay? It says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Okay, and that links up with Obadiah, which we'll get right now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the scriptures is on point, man. Okay, let's get Obadiah. This is Obadiah 1. And I'll go to the point. I'll start at 8. It says, Obadiah 1 and 8 says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wisest man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mountain of Esau? It's like of Esau. It says 10, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So your violence against us, okay, right? Shame is going to cover you, right? And you're going to perish and be cut off forever, man. Okay. Let me go down. It says, where is it at? Yeah, I'll go to 15. It says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done it, shall be done unto thee. So as you done it with your corporations, with us having us in bondage, was getting us over here, right? All that shit comes, it's not hid, man. It's not hid. The Lord saw it, and the Lord didn't forget, man, what you did to us, man. Okay? The Lord didn't forget, man. Okay? It says you heathens are going to be as though you have not been, because you haven't served hard bondage like Jake. That's why scripture say no nation has, been did basically like Israel, man. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Okay? Every nation had their hand in our captivity, man. Whether it was a small part, whether it was, whether it was minor or whether it was major. A majority of it was major, because just look at the hell that we caught, man. Okay. It says, it shall be done unto thee, thy reward shall return upon thy own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Again, because they haven't served hard bondage yet, but you guys are going to be given to us for a possession, man. Okay? When you read Isaiah 14:21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, man. Okay? It's 18, it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it, man. So that goes to show you that the Lord is, we're on point of what we're saying, man. The Lord didn't forget about the damage that you caused, man, to Jake. Okay? The Lord didn't forget, man. You know, whether you guys want to believe that or not, you know, and these old heathen kings understand as well. You know, he's like, hey, man, go put a curse on them. You know, oh, you don't want to, you don't understand what they're going to do. And a latter, you know what I mean? So they understood, man, and guarantee you the heathen, the elite of this society, they understand that as well, man. You know, it's Isaiah 63:1. It says, who is that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. That's the star, which is Yahweh Shai, that the Moabite was talking about, that Balaam was talking about. Okay, it says, I that speak in righteousness mighty to save. Okay, it says, let me go, I can read this. It says, I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemer is come. Right? So the Lord ain't coming to play around, man, with nobody, right? You think we hate the heathen, the Lord really hates you, man. Okay? And we not mad enough, man. But, you know, when we're turned up in the spirit and the Lord give us that power, it's going to be over with for everybody or anybody who try to stand in our way, man. Okay? Even 2/3 of our people. Okay? Believe it or not. All right? Let me grab this really quick and then not in the video. This was Solomon, the 2nd chapter. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 2:4, showing you that the elites of the society understand. It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. Okay, but point is, they understand that they're not going to be in remembrance, man. They're going to be stubborn. They're going to be not. Okay. You know, so with that, man, you know, Lord willing, video is edifying. Lord willing, I can, you know, got something from this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashimi, Hawashah, Bahashim, Kakadash. I want to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.